Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Well, what a storm in the crypto market, and here's a storm as well. You probably hear the rain hammering against the windows. Well, it might help keep people calm. So a bit of rain noise in the background. But anyway, I think we have a chance that Bitcoin is actually reversing. Yeah, so let's talk about the possibilities here. Bitcoin did though. I told you in the previous video, yeah, that Bitcoin has one more chance to rally higher here, but it would be above 18.9k. So we need to hold the 18.9k level, or one of the fib levels above, obviously. And it did perfectly hold today the 61.8% fib level. So apparently Binance decided to buy FTX directly when Bitcoin hit the 61.8% retracement, which is one of the most important Fibonacci retracement levels. It's the so-called golden ratio, and this is what sent Bitcoin flying. I have a hard time to believe it, but there is a chance that we are indeed breaking out here with Bitcoin as well, because as I said to you in the previous video, the overall chart still doesn't. So let me explain the wider chart context here for Bitcoin. The wider chart context is still that we are heading down and will make new lows. Yeah, Bitcoin just doesn't suggest yet that we are breaking out. Now, there is of course a chance, but it's not the primary expectation. That may change if we now start to rally from here and break the previous high. Yeah, this would even change even if in previous videos I told you we need to get above 21.7k. The point is, we didn't get to 21.7k yet, but I can count the move up as a complete 5-wave move, which means either it breaks down completely now, yeah, and will go down below 17.6k and break below the June low, or if we find support here and break the previous high, it will indicate that we have a valid 1-2 setup, and then we're going into the same wave count as Ethereum, which would be super bullish. But it's just too early to confirm that. With Ethereum, it's looking much more reliable. Bitcoin doesn't. Ethereum has 5 waves up already. I think Bitcoin doesn't. So here, there is still room to fail. I have a hard time to believe it, but I want to make sure you understand this possibility exists, because so far we have reversed above the critical level. Yeah. So there is now, especially with a bounce like that, which appears to be very impulsive, or strong at least. Yeah, we don't have 5 waves yet, but I'll go into the lower time frame in a minute. There is a chance that the bottom is now in a so-called wave 2. So I'm going to show you the possibilities now on the chart. Bitcoin literally is at a make or break point. So again, the view is still here. That is the primary expectation, that we are coming down in a 5th wave, which would complete the bear market. But we are only sort of in the middle of that, right? So the current assumption still is that the 5th wave unfolds as an ABC pattern. The C wave itself will have 5 waves. So we are in the C wave. Wave 1 down, bottomed here at around 18.2k. Wave 2 is the retracement, which topped here around 21.3k or 21.4. The wave 3 would have started yesterday to the downside. Yeah, and then we're looking eventually at a wave 4 and 5 as well. Target around 16 to 14k or something, right? However, I told you that now that we can count the 5 waves as complete there to the upside. 1 second. No, I didn't want to draw a trend line there. Take that out. So obviously I currently see the move to the upside here, where we peaked a few days ago, as a C wave. So basically in wave 2, yeah, which topped here, which would now move into wave 3, which would be bearish. We have a wave A, a wave B, and the wave C. The wave C is a 5-wave move. So it could either be as a wave C, which is part of a corrective wave, or a proper impulse. If we hold in the retracement, the 78.6% fib level, which is at 18.9k, which is what I explained to you in the previous video. Haven't done it now exact, but here, 18.9k. Yeah, so then we could have a so-called 1-2 setup, which would mean if this is the case and we are really bottoming here, then we could now rally to, well, the next wave overall could take us to 30k. Not in a straight line. There will be setbacks. There will be good places to enter, yeah, if you missed it. But this is what it is. But we haven't come close to the previous high yet, yeah. And I have a hard time to believe that this is a proper spike. But let's see what the price is doing if we now push higher and retrace, because these are the key things. So if we hold this support now that we did, the 61.8% fib level at 19,255, the low now, yeah. If we hold that in the next retracement when profit taking is kicking in, then we are most likely here in the white count, which is the bullish count, which is basically the count that we have on the radar for Ethereum as well, which is for Bitcoin less likely, but there's nothing telling us it's impossible. So wave 1 up, wave 2 bottomed here then, and then we are now moving in wave 3. Wave 3 can take us to 30k. There will be a wave 4 and a wave 5 up. For this to happen, we now need to create a so-called 1-2 setup, which would be the assumption that we moved up in 5 waves to 21.4k, wasn't it? A few days ago. And then we retraced now in a wave 2. This is the so-called 1-2 setup. We did hold support at the 61.8 retrace and would move up next in a wave 3. The wave 3 of 3, which would be very bullish. So this will all be very interesting now to see. Literally make or break point. And in this 1-2 setup, 1-2 setup would be complete and we're now in wave 3. But in wave 3 you will always have, or also have, a so-called 1-2 setup. So this is now where it's really getting interesting. Because whenever we finish the pump here, when we come down, we need to hold, first of all, this low anyway. We need to hold this low at 19,000, to be exact, 19,240. But it would be even better and more likely to hold then, yeah. So obviously we don't want to wait until it's broken. So it is always already an indicator that this low is not going to hold if we drop below the 78.6 retrace. So the first warning sign that this was only a fake out will be there if we drop below 19,545. 19,545 is the magical level that needs to hold, assuming we've topped now. That's just an assumption. I have no evidence we've topped yet. But if we've topped now and the profit taking is kicking in, we need to hold the 78.6 retrace. If we don't, then this is already an early or very strong signal that this low is not going to hold. And if it's not going to hold, we're probably coming down hard. Okay, so we are really getting now into an interesting domain here. So I'll keep you updated. There will be one more video later, probably, if I can make it. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.